Hello everyone, how are we doing today? How are we? Hope you're well. Minico, hello buddy in the chat, how you doing? And yeah, everybody else hope you're doing well. And yeah, something a little bit different, as you might know. We've got a little bit of a countdown timer going on. Even though I didn't set up the message after the countdown was done, because the font was a little too big, but nevertheless, I know that for now, and I'll make sure next time to make sure it's done properly. But first time doing it, didn't really know, but you know what, I'm happy, and no issues there. But you got me, Mr. Flint, again for round number 4 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, known as the lovely Street Circuit of Jeddah, with a total of 27 turns and 3 lovely long lengthy DRS zones. So racing action tonight could be very, very close to the wall in qualifying, and probably a lot of side-by-side action. And I don't know if Feta will be joining us later. I know something's going on that, but I'm not too sure, so I'll get clarification later on after qualifying if he'll be joining us, because you know what, I like Feta, and he's good at keeping people company, so yeah, I do kind of miss him. Anyways then, of course I was on holiday last week, and I missed out round number 3, which was the lovely, I believe it's a street circuit as well, Australia. I missed that one, and yeah, so let's have a look at that and see what happens. So I know a lot of penalties, or some penalties, got handed out alongside other bits and bobs as well. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Dun 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 dun. I'm not too sure what's going on. Trying to think when the race actually was. Forgotten now. Ah, well, the 14th of July is when it happened for me. So, here we go then. This must be it here. Yeah, here we go. 14th of July. So, apparently, after that round, after Australia, Hupalicious pulls the lead in the standings from Alphanesis, bringing it to 9 points between the two. So, the top two getting pretty spicy. Mr. Jack wins his first win, jumps up 21 positions to P4. So that is pretty good and astonishing to hear that. Someone else has done the same with 16 positions to P16. Apparently there's been a huge amount of shuffling in the Constructors' Championship, but Ferrari pull away from Red Bull thanks to P1 and P4 finish for the Scuderia. And big day for Alfa Romeo as their P7 finishes from Cloud. Jumps them up to P7 in the Constructors. So, yeah, like I said, last round, it was looking pretty spicy. So, yeah, that's all for now. But like I say, we'll be getting going shortly. We're just waiting on. I don't know. I don't think we're waiting on anyone else. I think we're just. I don't know. I don't really know what we're waiting on. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too long now. But once we do, we'll get a very interesting and hopeful, non-chaotic qualifying, as Jeddah can be quite a what's the word? Dangerous circuit. But yeah, as well, if you have any questions and you want to tell me, feel free to let me know in the chat, and we'll go from there. Lovely to hear that voice chat has been suspended. I could absolutely, nonetheless, care about that because I've got it turned off anyway. Because, yeah, some things that people say in voice chat, if you don't disable it, can be pretty interesting, and some people will say a bit spicy. But here we go then. We are getting ready to go to some lovely full qualifying here at the lovely street circuit. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Oh, I wonder who will be on pole position. And let's see if anyone like Williams or Haas can potentially get in at the top 10 or the top 15. We're about to find out now, because here we go. And that is a Poggers moment. 1,600 followers. Yeah, 1.6 followers. But apparently, we have just reached our goal on streams. That's awesome to hear. So, there we go. Reached the goal. I wonder what the next goal will be. I'll let Minico decide that one. Or whoever's in charge of the Twitch. I don't know if it's Minico. I don't know if it's Meanphone or anyone. I don't know. But, we'll find out in a bit what happens with that. Excuse me. Here we go then. Into quali we go. Here we are then. On in the pit lane, we have nothing happening just yet. But just literally just gotten in, so not much will be happening. So, confirmation from Feta, who'll be joining us for the race. But let's get everything on. So we get lap data and the lovely mini track map. And we'll get detail on tyres as well. And I believe that's everything for now. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Anyways then, we'll turn that off for now. Because everyone's on soft tyres, so we don't really need to know that. But out on the track is going to be the Haas of... Who was it? I can't see on my screen. It would have been Minico. Here we go then. So, Minico in the Haas has done quite a stellar performance so far. Not always being in the points for the realistic side of things, but I believe it was Bahrain he got some points, and I think the race after that he didn't. Not too sure if he secured any in Australia, so I'm just going to have a quick scan of the points book so I don't get anything wrong, so I don't get Minico running after me saying, "Oi Flynn, what are you saying about me? I was in the points last race." And yeah, I take that back. He was P10 in Bahrain, P11 in... what was the track again? I forgot now. Whatever the track was. And then in race 3, which was Australia, he got a stellar number of number 8. So not too bad. So we'll find out today what is going to happen at Jeddah, as he starts his lap on the way down to turn 1s, 2 and the lovely 3. And so far his exit was to excellent expertise, and yeah, so far on a flyer. But you've got to be careful here, because this curb that's coming up now on your left hand side, if you get on that a bit too much you can just ride it, and that's not what you want to do. But saying that there, he's done that to perfection. Now on the round to sector 2, is anyone like the Alfa Romeo driver of Ferrari Nut? Is Ferrari Nut going to go any quicker? Let's find out and see. Up in sector 1, is it purple? No, it's not purple. So far, Minico nailing the first sector. Is anybody else able to put a challenge to the Haas driver yet? As we're going to go back on board with him. There he is. Purple in sector 2 as well. The Red Bull there hopefully didn't get in the way, but I think he moved. Or maybe Minico met him at the wrong time. Hopefully no time was lost on his lap though, as he's exiting the lovely turn of 27, DRS wide open, and up to the line. It's a 1:28.584, very competitive lap time for the Haas driver. Now back on board with Ferrari Nut as he exits turn 7 as well. DRS open, and then smashing that ERS button, as everyone will be doing in qualifying. Crosses the line. He's 1.5 seconds off the pace. That's not ideal. It's a 1:30.133, so he's had a moment somewhere and lost a substantial amount of time. Cam is on the intermediate tyre, so he is testing all his equipment. Not sure if that's actually allowed, but hopefully he won't get in trouble, but maybe the stewards might look into that one. Not too sure. On board with Alphanesis now, as he's getting a lovely tow from the McLaren on the exit of turn 27. DRS open, up to the line. What's it going to be? A walloping number of a 1:27.373. That should be his only lap time that he needs to do in order to get through to Q2. But you never know here. You never know. Lap times can be mega. Trust me. They can be mega. And we'll see what happens with that. As it was Cloud who just crossed the line, and he's done a 1:28.617, and surprisingly Minico's still sitting in P2 with that lap, so that lap is done and well so far. It's done and well, which is good enough for him so far. P5 for the Williams now. Was P4 but got knocked down as he did a 128.970, and Charlotte in the Red Bull a 127.391. So Q1 already they are about 17 milliseconds apart. I like saying something. So there we go. Well, that's interesting, Stig. A warm welcome to you, buddy. I got no clue why you got an advert like that, but hopefully it runs away soon so you can see some excellent qualifying happening right now. Purple sector 2 or sector 1, sorry, for the Alfa Romeo driver at the moment. Not too sure if the game is lying about that, but we'll have to find out as they cross the line shortly. Supply Raptor across the line at P3, knocks Minico down to P4. 128.289. The track is starting to vamp up. Track temperature maybe starting to rise a little bit more as those cars get on the track, make it hot, and burn some track rubber, really. Let's go back on board with the teammate of... Never mind, he's backed off. Had a moment somewhere, not ideal. So, Hoopalicious on a outlap, I believe it is. So, backing off, getting ready to go. Ron Swanson in the Alpine. Looks like he's backed off. Had a moment somewhere, or I don't know if he has. Yeah, he's backed off completely. Boss Cookie in the Aston Martin, showing some mega performance for that team, and hoping to do well, as they did go purple in Sector 1. Now, we know this Aston Martin is pretty quick in real life, and let's see if it could be a challenger at Jeddah today. We'll find out very, very shortly. In Sector 2 now, drivers getting out of the way, which we love to see. Boss Cookie, though, going a little bit wide there, making a little bit of an error there, but nevertheless, I don't think there's a big gain lost there, as he's now approaching turn 27, and let's see what they can do. I know, it's insane, but I don't know if you've heard, Stig, but there's actually issues with the in-game fuel on equal cars not actually being the same. So that's an SMH, isn't it? Speaking of the devil, Boskigi, a 128.220, and that's actually a pretty good lap time for him in the Aston Martin. Like I said, Aston Martin doing well this season, so their car performance has changed quite a lot. PSR Sky now in the Haas, teammates of Minico, goes P7, a 128.867. Yeah, that is what I mean. It's stonkers. Like Aston Martin come back in this era of 2023, and they're just up there. Absolutely crazy. Anybody else? Mimi Milk is on a in lap, but they'll probably run out of fuel. Hoopalicious, here he goes across the line, and it's the fastest lap for 126.821. Mega lap there from him, and goes P1. Like I said, shouldn't need to go out again for Q1, as that should just be fine for him, but we'll find out and see what happens. You never know. I could be wrong. Here goes Bailey in the Alpine. Well, not Alpine, sorry, the Williams. I might need to go to Specsavers, because that is definitely not an Alpine, even though they have similar colour, but we'll just move on from that slight error there. In the Williams, down in Sector 1, getting pretty close to track limits there and the walls. And yeah, so far, turns 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then on to approach to 10, 11 and 12. Not too bad there. Very, very comfortable with the car, I will say so myself. Purple, but probably not purple IRL, because we know that Williams is good, but I don't think it would be good enough for pole position. Yeah, I hear that, Stig. Oh well. It is what it is, but wait for the new season of Formula 1. You never know. There could be car number 2nd or 1 in the next season if they keep up the good work, you know. So you never know. You never know. Right then. Aston Martin. Believe it would be Boss Cookie moving out of the way. which is lovely to see. Oh, the Alpine though. Oh no. Hopefully that's not destroyed the Williams' lap. Crosses the line. Goes P4. A 128.011. That's a mega lap from the Williams. Drops onto P5 though as Darth went across the line and did a 127.557. That was absolutely mega. Absolutely mega. Anyways then, we're going to go on board with Zach in the Alpine. Where is he? He is down here. Here he is in the Alpine. And so far, he's gone fastest than Bailey in the first sector. I believe Bailey did a 132.1 and Zach has managed to do a 131 something. So something like that. Going well for him so far. 62 now. And approaching turns number 22, 23, 24 as the DRS closes here and then opens up again. So more speed, more performance in the car. Lovely to drain that battery. 26 now on the run down to 27, and he'll do a sharp, quick left-hander, straighten up the car, smash that DRS button, and on the way down to the line. That is true. That is true, Stig. You know, Ferrari, like from weekend to weekend, they can be all over the place. It is quite interesting. But there you go. P4 for Zach in the Alpine. Mega, that is. Absolutely stellar. Stellar performance. And that's knocked down Darth to P5. And Roman to P6 in the Mercedes. Obviously, the Mercedes crew slightly struggling in some races, but hoping to make a decent comeback. And we'll see what happens. But no, that is your grid so far. And in the knockout zone, at the moment, is Sky, Greenhorn, Phantom, Moo Moo Milk, and Richard. It's interesting. Richard's not normally in the drop down zone. I mean, he's done a 144.727, so let's say he's had a moment somewhere, so he backed off his lap, so hopefully he will improve. There you go. Already said 3 seconds up on his old lap time. So improvements are definitely happening for Richard so far. So we're right on board with him. Try and give him some luck and make his way through to Q2. So here we go then. Oh, I don't know if that was a lag or if he hit the wall there. Hopefully that was lag. I think that was lag on my screen. Yeah, that was lag. Looked back at the stream replay and that was definitely lag. But like I said, both Aston Martins that were on a flyer, including Boss Cookie, they're getting so close to the wall. It's absolutely insane. Look at it there. So close. Anyways, exit at turn 27. There is a front winglet plate there, and I think that is not off the Aston Martin. So debris on track. P6 for Richard, a 127.787. Boss Cookie, is he on a flyer? No, he has invalidated. But never mind, he is on a flyer now as he crosses the line to start one. We'll come back to him in a second though, because I want to know what's going on with, I believe it's going to be the Alfa Romeo going very, very slowly. I'm guessing they're going to do a lap or they run out of fuel, because they've got a full battery. I know. That's what I mean, Sig. That's quite interesting. He's run out of fuel, but he's got a full battery. That is quite interesting. Right then, we do have Sky, who is out on the track. He's getting ready to do a flyer. There's a Williams on the track, and it's Greenhorn. There's more drivers out and about. But let's go back on board with the lovely Boss Cookie, who started a lap and is getting a lovely tow from his teammate in this preferred sector, which I believe that would have really, really helped him. And he's 2/10 up on his time right now, which means he's bubbling or cooking to the 127s at the moment, where he wants to be to get through to Q2, because he believes he is not safe. So let's have a look, which is quite interesting, at tyres. And he is using a fresh set of tyres as well. Quite interesting, as Richard is on 2-lap-old softs and gone P6. So that's a wasteful set of tyres from Cookie though. But as he crosses the line, it's P4, a 1:27.453. But no, like I said, Richard though was on a 2-laps tyres, goes P7. He should be safe though, 100% safe. But we'll find out. Right then. Cam on an outlap. Yeah. Everyone. Wow. Like I said that. I said Cam on an outlap, and then everyone has an exit to the pit lane. Look at that gaggle of cars. That's just crazy. So hopefully no one is on a lap, but I believe there is 1 or 2 drivers on a lap. So I can't find the driver. I believe Moo Moo Milk is on a lap. No, he is now about to start a lap. Sky is on a outlap. Cloud on a outlap. Yeah, so everyone's just on an outlap. So go back on board with Moo Moo Milk then and see how they get on today. And hopefully don't get blocked by any traffic, as there is a Williams in front. So that Williams, there you go. We'll move out the way. Lovely stuff there. And down in Sector 1, you want to be slightly on the edge of track limits here. But you don't want to get it wrong on this right-hander coming ahead, because like I said, if you clip that curb there too much, you are just locking up and going on. Looking at Stig, it doesn't seem he was on a lap. And he's 1/10 up on his time. He's now starting one, I believe. So I don't know what was going on there. As we see, some drivers trying to cut the track there, as they need to actually cross the line in time to get a lap in. But it's getting a little bit messy there. Around about turn 26, as you can see on screen, just look at the gaggle of cars there. That is not ideal. So hopefully drivers will be able to give some racing room and just full on push, push, push. But Moo Moo Milk will need the lap of his time right now, and so far it's not going well for him. Not going well. So there's a Williams in the way, and then moves out the way, but has he lost valuable time from that Williams not moving? Turn 27 now, DRS activated. Let's see what happens. What happens to Moo Moo Milk? Is he going to make it through to Q2? And he goes P10. That should be good enough for Q2. Let's get everyone else's thoughts, shall we? Bailey is now starting one. What about the Williams or Greenhorn? Now starting a lap. Phantom is on a lap, I believe, in the Sky now. In the Haas car is 1/10 up in Sector 2. Hopefully a lot more there, because a massive snap there. And hopefully that's not lost in valuable time, because Haas would love to have an amazing appearance here. And he only goes P16, so unfortunately, Sky is going to be the first one to be eliminated from Q1. Now, what can Minico do? He's lighting up the track. Look at that. He is lighting things up here at Jeddah tonight. And 7/10 up, almost a second up on his previous time. He is bubbling in the 127s if he keeps it all together. So, let's see what happens. Crosses the line. There you go. P8, a 1:27.630. Mega lap there for Haas. Right, Ron into the pit lane, as they have invalidated. Not ideal. Oh, he smashes the wall there. That was an interesting pit entry, I must say. Rayman, P10. And stays P10. Does not improve on his time. A very close AlphaTauri behind. And I believe that is going to be Phantom. Knocked out as well. Moo Moo Milk has ran out of fuel, but they're coming to the pit lane, the P13. So they are through. So, there you have it. Qualifying done and dusted. Like I said, a very interesting pit entry for the some drivers there. So yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the race. If someone rages, hopefully they don't do a crazy pit entry like that. But I don't know if the stewards will look into that one. But is that worth penalising or not, would you say, Stig? I'm not too sure. We are checking? Alright, no worries. But there you have it. Look at that. What a tight grid. P1 all the way down to P12, you could say, are within a second. Not too bad there. As gaps start to open up and form up. Well, there you have it then. Oh no. Here we go then. Cam is out of qualifying. Ron Swanson is out of qualifying. Sky is out of qualifying. Ferrari is out of qualifying. Phantom out of qualifying. And Greenhorn out of qualifying. Yeah. Top 15 out of qualifying. Here we go then. Q2, 14 minutes to go. And let's see what happens. Having a look in the F1 real general chat now. And I don't know if Cam is just like memeing around. But Cam is telling me I made Q2 with 3 tyres. Interesting. Unfortunately, it's not in Q2. Yeah, Minico, your lap was cooked. Let's see if we can get in the top 10 today, yeah? Top 10 prediction for Minico. Affirmative. Oh, that's good then. That is good. Yep, we want Minico on pole position. Confirmed. Right then. Who's leading? It's Alphanesis in the Ferrari. Lovely. How are they going to perform in Q2? I would say they'll be on used tyres. Let's have a look, shall we? No, they're on fresh tyres. What are they used? Got to be... Not too sure. Nah, Minico. The way you win is you jump the start and then you do 1 lap. Make sure the rest of the grid just wait there for you to do 1 lap. Then you go. See, you lapped everyone. You get the win. Job done. So there you have it. Here we go then. Alphanesis starting a lap here at Jeddah. Let's go on board with him and hopefully he won't get blocked as there's people leaving the pit lane. Down sector 1 we go. Turns 1, 2 and 3. The usual bits and bobs and stuff. And yeah, all that stuff. At the exit there, not too shabby, not too bad. Very, very close to the walls. And especially track limits. 100%. Just vibing and trying to be like so cautious. But is he going to get blocked here? Hopefully not, as there is a Red Bull in front of him. Hopefully the Red Bull will just not swerve or anything, as they have it. Lovely. The Red Bull moves out of the way. And now, and Alphanesis can once again get going. But like I said, it's not looking too shabby for him so far. No invalidations, no major errors or issues. No slamming the wall with the tyres of the car. So, yeah, all going well. Sector 2 now. What's it going to be? Purple. Of course it's going to be purple. First driver to set a lap around the track. So, what's his banker going to be? I'm going to aim a 126. Oh, actually no, 127. A 127 something. Maybe a mid. A mid 27 would be amazing. And I think Alphanesis can do it. But if they're on used tyres, they're not. But as he's crossing the line now... Oh, never mind, it is a mid 27. A 127.560. Lovely lap time for the Ferrari driver there. Now, I know a few more drivers were on a lap, and it is going to be Bailey in the lovely Williams now. Down in Sector 3. What kind of bank lap are they going to do? Let's find out. Getting a decent tow. Actually, no, I don't think they're close enough. I don't think they're close enough. So, yeah, there you are. P2 for the Williams, a 128.062. They have a little bit of a spin there at the end of turns, or at the end of turn 1, 2. Bit interesting there. Probably a bit of rear locking. Not ideal though, if anyone was on a lap, because it might have slightly distracted them. So yeah, not ideal. Richard now in the Aston Martin did cross the line just a few moments ago and did a 128.896 on the way back to the pit lane. Right, Minico on a lap now in the house. Come back to him in just a second and make sure no one else in front of him is on a lap. And looking through the grid so far, that is going to be a no, as Darth has invalidated. So let's go back on board with Minico, because he is cooking. For some reason, Jeddah, I don't know if it's like one of his favourite tracks, but he is cooking something special today. Making it through to Q2, going P8. That is definitely saying something for the Canadian man. And he goes P4, a 129.657. Not too bad there. That is a really good lap time. About the second, I would say, a second, 1 point something. Let's have a look. It's going to be, yeah, about 2.097 seconds. So not too bad, but that probably is on a used set of tyres. So I have to wait and see. Anyone else? Why have I done that? Whoopsie daisy. No, I don't want that. I want that. Oh my days, what have I done? I want that. There we go. Fixed it. Got a bit confused myself, but I have fixed it, chat. Don't worry. Do not worry. Right then. On board with Zach now in the Alpine. Not too bad. Gone purple in Sector 2. What are they going to do? I keep thinking they're going to bottle it, but I believe you have to take the curb like that. If you do, that is quite interesting. An interesting racing line. As Moo Milk is starting a lap. And I don't know if the McLaren's already did a lap. I don't think they did, no. The McLaren is now beginning one, so back on board with Zach in the Alpine. Looks like he smacked the wall there or something, because it looked like he was all out of shape on the exit at turn 27. But there you go, P1, a 127.458. Mega lap there. Very chuffed, very happy. There you go. This qualifying 2 looking a bit spicy. A bit spicy indeed. Oh, here we have it then. A Red Bull and Aston Martin fighting or getting in the way. Don't know if they're just hopefully they're not messing around. But they are getting quite close for comfort. So that was interesting. I don't really know what that was all about. Hopefully nothing bad going on as Chandler's now starting a lap. So hopefully that was nothing bad, because it didn't look too safe. I don't know if they were fighting or just, I don't know, messing around. Hopefully not though. Yeah. I did get a bit spicy for a second. Right then, here we go then. Spoileraptor. Let's see what they can do today. Oh, lovely. It's P4, a 128.269. Very good stuff there. Right then. Cloud on an outlap, Darth on an outlap, Alpha Romeo driver, PSR on a cooking lap, shall we say. What are they going to do? Let's see. Up to the line. And there you go, the Alfa Romeo on top at the moment for pole position, a 127.350. Wowzers. Oh, and I've been told reports that Chandler has crashed. Oh. Can you imagine that? Red Bull's day going from good to worse, as Chandler has crashed in qualifying, costing Red Bull a bit of money. I say a bit, probably quite a lot, because I don't really know how the financial system works, because it's actually my first time commentating for a realistic league. But if it's paying for cars too, probably a lot of money. So that's a bit of a yikes. Chartler today has got a lot of work to do. He's got to set the stands for Red Bull and push through the field and try and make it to a podium position, because that's where Red Bull are basically qualifying so far. Right then, Cloud gone purple in Sector 1, Darth purple in Sector 1. Interesting. What to see here. So, Cloud, we'll see what kind of sector time they post. As they make their way through Sector 2, twisty, windy turns with DRS activated. It's going to be a 1 minute 2. A 59.9. The flip. How is a Mercedes going faster than a Ferrari? He's cooking. The Mercedes of Darth is cooking. Q-Man is cooking today. That's interesting. Here comes Cloud. What's he going to do? It's going to be a 1 minute 27.5. Darth. A 1 minute 26.992. So he was definitely cooking. And that takes him right to the top. Jeez Louise. That was a mega lap there from Mercedes. Was not expecting that. Boss Cookie though. Starting a lap. Rayman, I believe, is on a lap. And he is indeed revving the hell out that engine. Turn 27 exit now. DRS now open. ERS is on. And he is burning to the line. Never mind. Oh, never mind. He opened his DRS, but a little bit too late. Crosses the line. A 1:26.911. So a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. Mega performance there. I did not expect that tonight. I'll tell you that. A 31.910 from Boski at the moment. Let's see if they can improve a little bit more in Sector 2. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's cooking. Right then, Boski is up and he is pushing ever so hard, trying to dodge all the traffic here, left, right and centre. Probably not what he needs, but he's not got a lap time, so he needs to put the lap in now and see where it can put him. Getting a lovely tow from his teammate as well. A 1:27.147. So not bad there. But Mercedes still on P1 and P2. But teammates helping teammates is just what you like to see. But Hoopalicious could be in danger. I say that. He won't be in danger. He'll go across the line to P1, 2 or 3 probably. If he doesn't mess up his lap time. Here's Richard then. In the Aston Martin. And Sector 1. 32.0. So he's 2 tenths up on his time right now. I believe Bosco, he was in the 131s. Just by a margin. I'm not too sure. Can't really remember. So we're going to go on board with Richard. And just have a look-see. And see if they can be with under a minute. If that makes sense. To see if they could be a challenger for pole position. And they're not at the moment, but he's about 1.2 seconds up. And so far, Mercedes looking to lock out 1 and 2. But it's all about Sector 3 now. If he can find a little bit more time, he could potentially be in the contender spot. Good exit here. And that is a very good exit there. A little bit wobbly, but it is a good exit. Across the line, what's it going to be? And it's P5 with a 1:27.391. Not too bad there. Is Supplier up to on a lap? He isn't on a lap, but he's about to start a lap. So I'll come back to him in just a second and have a look to see if anyone else is on a flyer. I know this is out lap. I'm not confused by it. It's just the fact that sometimes an out lap can mean a flying lap, if that makes sense, because it's EA and that's what happens. But I think Richard is on in lap, so go back on board with Supply Raptor in the McLaren. Here we go. And I'll tell you that McLaren car position, that absolutely looked lovely through that first sector in that part of the track there. 2 tenths up on his time right now. That was lovely to watch. I'll tell you that right now. That was lovely. Bit of voice cracks going on left, right and centre. But we forget those and we move on. But no, that was a lovely part to see on the track. Oh, I'll never forget that. That will always stay in my head now. Chandler may be finished. What, as in contract terms? Because if so, that's a bit of an F in the chat. Is he costing Red Bull a little bit too much money? Is that what is happening right now? Skill terms. His skills aren't too bad. And then we have it then. Supply Raptor across the line. Qualifying Dylan Dust to P6 of 127.449. Is that going to be enough, though? Is it going to be enough? We'll have to find out. Have to find out. Cloud up on his time. Alphanesis on an outlap, I believe. But they are done, actually. Because it looked like they cut the track there. Yeah, they are quite severely down on their lap time. But Hoopalicious, is he going to make it through to Q3? Let's find out. And he does. Pole position. Minico, will he be in Q3 today? He's P10. He is P10. A 127.533. Hoopalicious though, a 126.664. And I don't know if Alphanesis is done, I think. Yeah, he's done. Yep. So, Alphanesis, the mess up there, the slip up, has put him in P11, and Minico is through to Q3. So Minico has done a stellar performance, and he'll be very chuffed and happy with that one. So Minico, welcome to Q3. Wowzers. I mean, he should do Ryan. It would be nice to see him for Tier 1, you know. But no, there we have it. Minico through. Very happy. Oh yeah, 2021 will always be my favourite game. I can say that now. So, yeah. I'd say best game on the planet. But, getting a little bit sidetracked, they have it. P1 down to P10. All within a second. Alphanesis was within a second, but like I said, he got knocked out. P11, 12, 13, 14, and that is it. 4 cars out, 10 remain. On to Q3 we go. He will take pole position. Will it be the lovely Red Bull duo? I say duo, but there's only one driver, so maybe I can't say duo just yet. Have to find out. Oh, you got around about 10 minutes, Chandler. 10 minutes till Q3 is done. Like now. So you got 11 minutes, sorry. So that's how long you got. Chop chop. Get running. You know? Yeah, that is true. The tracks are amazing on that game, and I didn't realise what. So is Monaco a lot smaller than like a lot smaller, and then is it like the new games that's gotten a bit bigger over the generations to make it easier to drive on? Yeah, Q3 has just started now, Chandler, just now. That is true. That is very, very true. Very true. Could not disagree with you there. Right then. On with Q3 we go. And so far, leading the pack is Zach and the Alpine. And, yeah. Let's see what they can do now. Let's see what they can do. Yeah, regulation is very different. Like now, if you qualify, you got to start on those tyres in the top 10. That can be quite interesting, excuse me. I'll probably go back to that game one day and just play on it and just remember all the good memories and all the good fun I used to have. So, who knows? I might do that. If I feel like it. And if I can be asked as well, so let's see what happens. But yeah, not too long now until we get to racing, so we can see some side-by-side action and some lovely moves. And yeah. Ooh. Right then. Zach on a lap, about to start one, so let's see how he does. Here we go for Alpine. Turns 1, 2 and 3. How are they going to do? Let's find out. Like I say, always very, very close to track limits though, because if you go over track limits or you hit the wall, it will invalidate for saying making contact with wall or something like that, but never mind. Zach has invalidated, and that is now his qualifying done dusted, but I don't think he's realised. He's still pushing, so hopefully he realises soon that his lap has finished, as Boskiki as well validating on a lap. Not ideal and not what you want. Anyone else? Roman in the Mercedes on a lap right now. Let's see how they get on, and will it be good enough for pole position? Of course it will. First driver to set a lap, so how will they get on? We'll find out. Do. So, how's Roman getting on? Turn 27 now. DRS open, ERS on. Up to the line. Is it going to be a mega lap? It's a 127.034. So not too bad there. Richard though, a 127.44. So Aston Martin starting to turn the heat up a bit and starting to get a little bit closer and starting to push a little bit more than expected. Boskiki on a lap it seems, low on the battery, but they want to give it the rule. They want to show that they can push on through and do a mega lap around Saudi Arabia. A 132.485. Not too bad there. Right then. Cloud is about to start a lap, and Minico is going to begin, or not begin, finish a lap at Jeddah. How are they going to determine? How are they going to get on? ERS on, DRS on, up to the lovely line. What's it going to be? A 128.415. That's good enough for P3 at the moment as Cloud crossed the line and he did a 129.774. So Ferrari starting to have the backside and starting to struggle just a little bit. Anyways then, the Aston Martin get a lovely tow from the Alpine of Zach here. Probably not what he needs, as he kind of missed his braking zone then and got a little bit confused where that car up ahead was going in. So that might be a room for the Stewarts later, as that could be impeding on his quality lap. But he's into the pit lane and giving up on that one. Q-Man in the Mercedes. What's it going to be for them today? Up to the line, it's a 1:27.347 that puts them provisionally P4 at the moment. And is there any other lap times cooking at the moment? So Pyraptor could be one of those victims next across the line. Could it be a good, decent scoring position for him for qualifying? It's P5, a 1:28.299. Everybody else is in the pit lane. But yeah, that is true. Yeah. Sector 1 can be quite fun on some tracks in 2021. Baku feels amazing. I struggled on that game with Baku, but now I play the new game of 2023 and I'm quite decent at Baku. So yeah, I used to look up in the castle section, and yeah, I'll do the I am stupid moment with the Claire. So yeah, not what I wanted. That is very true. That is very, very true. That's what we liked back in the day. But Red Bull now dominant. You know, it happens, and you just learn to go through with it. Right then, let's get Feta in here and see how he is doing today. We'll get him to come back in the VC. Hello, Feta. How are we today, buddy?
How's everyone doing? I'm doing great. A bit tired, but I'm ready to see all the action unfold in this Saudi Grand Prix.
You know what?
Excited.
I'm glad that you joined me back in the comms booth once again. Obviously, I was away last week as I was on holiday, and I had a look at the Australian results and told the chat and the Twitch, you know, what happened, what the constructors were like, how close the points were. But as you were there, did any chaotic things happen on track? Like any crashes, spins, side by side, or was it just a little bit crazy at Australia last week?
Oh man, it was, I mean, I can describe it to you, but I don't think you would fully grasp what happened until you really see it. I mean, one thing I can say
Hello,
is
Nadine.
that
How are we today?
it had a lot of DRS trains, but not boring DRS trains. You know, we had a lot of like tense action, as it obviously in this year's game, the DRS is way more powerful, and the slipstream is way more powerful, so you can overtake more easier, and that's what happened in Australia, and I can see that happening in this track as well, as there's a lot of straights, there's a lot of high-speed corners, and hopefully the cars will be able to follow each other really well. And of course, yeah, Ferrari did extend their constructors lead onto Red Bull. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, we have one Red Bull in Q3, one Ferrari in Q3, and the rest are out. So it's going to be interesting whether Red Bull can close the gap or if Ferrari can extend the lead.
That's very true. You know, I was looking at it, I was like, wow, that is a bit crazy. But no, that was awesome to see and watch the replay and stuff like that. But going into this race now, qualifying Q2, something a bit strange. So, you know how Mercedes have been on the bit of the flop side, the bit of the wobble side of, you know, a few races like Bahrain, China and stuff like that. But now, they come to Saudi Arabia and they were 1-2 in qualifying
Really?
2. Yeah, which was quite interesting.
Oh, wow.
But I know Roman in the Mercedes was on a flyer, but he's gone into the pit lane. So, never mind. That's bail. So,
I think that's it for him.
do you think we could see, potentially, if he can get back out on the track and get around quick enough, could we see a Mercedes 1-2? Or 3-2, something like that?
Honestly, I think that's it for Roman. I don't think he would have enough time, unless the timing is glitched. 2 minutes. You would need to get out right now, and the mechanics do take a lot of time in the pits. But I think honestly, Hoop has no competition right now. I feel like the Mercedes, obviously, yeah, like you said, they were 1-2, but Hoop, I think, has it in the back. He has that pace. He has that confidence. Um, but again, mentioning Mercedes, it is interesting. I have
Oh,
heard a
hang on a
little bit
minute.
of rumors
Qualifying
here and
has just
there.
ended.
Oh,
It says migrating
oh, I
host.
think. Oh, you have been disconnected, Flynn. Um,
Okay.
I do you have any way of getting back?
I might need Minico to invite me. Well, that
Yeah.
was good. It just told me that qualifying had ended. I was like, eh? There we go. Minico's set 1. Do. But no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's the fact that, I was watching
Yeah,
someone,
yeah.
and then it's just like, oh, okay, it's ended. Huh? Interesting. Right, let's try that again. But as you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, while you load in, I was gonna say, yeah, talking about Mercedes, I mean, they look very competitive. I heard a lot of remarks on if they're gonna change their lineup. Their first lineup doesn't really seem too committed to the end of the season, so we'll just have to wait and see until what the Mercedes manager Cam does.
That is very, very true. And I don't know, do you think as well, because I've been seeing quite a lot in the Discord chat, in the Twitch chat, that Chandler could be done for Red Bull, as he's he's had a massive crash again, and now he's got a lot of things to pray for and try and get in the top 3 or top 2.
Oh
So
man,
he's got a lot of work to do, if you know what I mean.
honestly. Yeah, that Red Bull second seat must be really cursed for him. Hoop has been doing solid, but Chandler, I mean, he's usually up there with Hoop. Something has not been
It's not
going well
connecting.
for him. It's not really. Cuman and Roman are both out. Richard Tantrum goes
Oh,
into pole position with his teammate in third place. Who
it's a mega
might
lap.
be able to challenge that though. Skither is also done for the day. Really high for Alfa Romeo. Supply Raptor. What about him? Goes sixth
P6.
place. Surpasses that Alfa Romeo. Cloud. The He's been bumped up from Alfa Romeo for just this race, I think. Let's see if he can impress his team boss and friend Ritzy in that
Okay.
Scarlet Red Ferrari. Crossing the
He
line.
can.
Goes third
P3.
place. That is really solid. Minico's first time in Q3, I think. Goes seventh. And Zach the Beast. I mean, Zach he's been hyping himself a lot. He is the manager of Alpine, and in that Alpine seat, he wants to do well, not only for himself. Oh, I think that is a front wing gone. I think that, yeah, that is qualifying done for him.
He'll still complete the lap though.
Unfortunately, he
But
can
yeah,
still complete the lap.
that is qualifying done over him. P10 on the grid. And I saw that, I think Hupalicious has popped up to P number 1 for
Yep.
1:26.2. And it was. Look at that. Absolutely crazy.
Oh man, that's his what? That's his third pole, second pole of the season.
Yeah, something like that.
He's doing great.
But no, like you said, Minico, first time in Q3, P7 for the Haas. Alfa Romeo through as well. Won the McLaren through. Mercedes 5th and 6th. 7/10 off P1. Not too bad. See how the race goes on. Bit scared for the race, I'll tell you that. But turn 1. How could that turn out? No ideas.
Honestly, I think what's more scary is what's happening beyond turn one.
It
I'm
is
just really
realistic
looking to
performance.
see all the slipstreams, all the DRS trains. People are going to be eager, especially the Ferrari and the Red Bull in the back of the grid. They're going to have to make up a lot of work. They're going to be eager to catch everyone up. And I'm sure the people joining them, well, near them, are not going to just let them by.
Exactly. It's like I was pretty surprised in Q2 to see Alphanesis in P11. I thought he was on a
Mhm.
lap, and then he made a major mistake and to catch like the snap of the car. I know that was his qualifying done and dusted. I was like, wow, a Ferrari out of Q2.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, after that Bahrain race, it's never really gone smoothly for Alphanesis. He won in Bahrain, really great win for him, capitalizing on that drive-through for Hoop. But in China, he really never just really got the pace. That tire wear was too much for him, compared to Hoop. What was the race after that? In Australia, he never got to grips. He wasn't on in the top. He was barely in the top five, and now he's out of Q2. So it's going downhill for him. Hopefully, he can turn things around, turn around that momentum, and show Ritzy why he's in that Ferrari.
That is very true. That's what we all are waiting for, and see what happens there. But no, like you said, so you said Cloud was from Alfa Romeo but bumped up to Ferrari. Is that what you were telling me?
What was
Because
that?
if
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
then he's doing a pretty mega job for Ferrari right now.
really.
And there is no
Yeah, he
formation
really
lap.
is. Yeah,
And we've got rain today apparently. So let's look out for that.
yeah, it
Heavy
is.
rain
It
is
is
on the way.
cloudy. Oh yeah, yeah. One of the reasons why Skidder was demoted, just for this race, I think. I was talking to Ritzy, and I think he said Skidder might fall asleep in the middle of the race, so I don't think he wants any risks and just bumped up Cloud. I mean, it's a great opportunity for Cloud, and P2 on the grid in his first in his debut in the Ferrari. It's great.
Yeah, indeed. 100%. That is great for him. But yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for that. We're waiting for that countdown. Obviously, we have a 2 minute, more or less, grace period where the drivers can just add up their setups, change their fuel, edit their strategy. Strategy is very interesting. We'll get to that later.
Yes, 100%.
Change your front wings, etc.
But here we go.
There we are. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Hoopalicious on pole. Can he retain that lead from the Aston Martin and the Ferrari? And it's lights out, and away we go. He gets a better start than Richard. Richard gets a little flop. Cloud almost around the outside, looking clean for everyone in the back of the grid. It's going too wide. Hoop leads the pack ahead of Richard Tantrum, Cloud, Boss Cookie, and the 2 Mercedes. So far, no carnage. It's looking smooth. We have a little bit of a battle between the McLaren and Skidder. And yeah, Hoop leads. No,
Yeah, that
not
was
a
a
lot of
mega.
position changes, actually.
Yeah, not much, but I've seen that Minico went to P6 and then dropped down to P7, as Mercedes now starting to push a little bit for lap 1, and they have maintained position. But look at this. Darth, Q-Man, trying to go for the move on Boss Cookie already. He's trying to put the pressure, and we're only on lap 1. So, things are getting spicy. I'll tell you that now. Very, very spicy.
Yeah, of course. He's not using that ERS. I think he just had the grip there through the S's. Excuse me. ERS is going to play a big impact into this race, considering this track is mainly straight line dependent. We see Chandler and Alphanesis. Chandler is already swapped with Alphanesis. Alphanesis might have a little bit of a fight back here. Chandler on the mediums, Alphanesis on the softs. Tries to go around the outside. Oh, goes a bit wide. Bailey is going to capitalize on this, diving down the inside of his on his Williams. That gives Chandler a bit of breathing space. Will Alphanesis fight that? Try and fight Chandler back? No, he won't. And they both slide into their respective positions.
But now we've got a little bit of a battle going on with Ferrari Nut and Ron Swanson at the moment, and the Haas of Sky. And hello, that's a retirement. That's Minico out. Minico found the walls. Oh, he's found the walls completely in Sector 1. At
He managed to catch that.
turn number... Is that 4?
I think it was turn 3.
Yeah, something like that. 3 or
After
4.
the chicane.
Yeah, something like that. One of the corners, somewhere on the track, he found the walls. That's quite
It
unfortunate.
was going
he had a
so
mega start.
well for him, man.
And I
Yeah.
actually think that that's his first retirement of the season as well.
He's going to be fuming in chat. It's only virtual, so the grid can go along in a bit when the virtual marshals do clean the mess up. There we go.
That is very
Hopefully no
true.
one gets any drive-throughs.
And I think that will help out the medium tyres as well. And the hards will get a better advantage. Here we go, then back up to racing speed. And is there anyone looking for some spicy moves? Saying that, there is
I don't think
Roman
so. I think
quite close to Darth at the moment, but a bit far back to make a lunge. Oh, hello. There's a swip between Zach. Up to P7 he goes. That was a lovely move, actually. A lovely restart for him. And the Red Bull as well. All over that McLaren. Actually compromising on that on the restart. P9, Chandler goes. He needs the race of his life today. And here goes Alpha Nice as well. Making the opportunity, trying to make 2 in 1 at turn 1. Wow. Still fighting with the McLaren. And gets through. I actually thought Chandler was going to get the Red Bull there for a second. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit ambitious from Alphanisis. He made it work. Great awareness from Chandler Seda for sure.
Ooh,
and that's an AlphaTauri off. That's Phantom. Phantom failing to get into Q2 as one of his driver goals is, thankfully he's not out, but that is not going to look good for him.
And
he wants to stay in the AlphaTauri seat.
DRS is now activated because lap 3 and it was only a virtual safety car, so
it was
some moves for the lead. We'll see what happens. Who's going to go defensive?
Yeah, we see the train starting to separate now.
Choo-choo trains now coming. Here we go then. Darthman is wanting so desperately to get by Boss Cookie, but he made a bit of an error there in sector 3, bit far back, but with his straight line speed, he should be able to capitalise on that and you know, push through and get up there.
A big surprise for me, Richard Tantrum in the back of Hoopalicious. I would expect that car being a few tenths behind that Red Bull would not be able to catch him up, but there he is. He's passing him.
Wow.
In for the lead. Hoop does not have the DRS, so he cannot battle any longer. Both of them on the mediums. Richard gets temporary lead.
That was mega. Absolutely mega there. And there's that supply Raptor at turn 1 cutting the track there. And for doing so, a 3-second time penalty has been handed out for corner cutting. Not what you want. Oh, and there's more! Now, Bailey's off. That's another virtual safety car.
What happened there? Do you know?
I saw, like...
Oh, I saw that on the replay.
I don't actually know what caused that. I don't know if he hit the back or if he just smacked the... I think he smacked the wall at the exit of turn 3 or something. Because I didn't see contact between the drivers, so... I'm not too sure.
Did he hit the wall in turn 3 or did he just straight line it?
I think he hit the wall or... I don't know.
Honestly, looking at that replay, I think he might have just retired on purpose there. He could have easily picked pieces up, but...
Oh, and it's a safety car. It's a full-blown safety car now.
Full-blown, yeah. I'm not sure how this will play into the race.
Well, it's a safety car, so lap 4. The hard runners won't be happy about that because that will kind of ruin their strategy by slowing them down a little bit. So what is everyone else going to do? The Red Bull's coming in. It's Hoopalicious into the pit lane, followed by anybody else. Roman's in. Zach carries on. Alfa Romeo's in. Chandler's staying out. Supply's in, Cam's in, Ferrari Nuts in, Ron Swanson's in, Sky's in, Greenhorn's in. And anyone else? No clue. But yeah, busy pit lane at the moment. Busy, busy, busy. But what I'm interested to know is rain going to play a key factor here and will it come out at the right time? Or will it just
think
say
there's actually
it's gonna rain? Well, I'm being told that there is meant to be rain, but I don't know when.
Oh, wow.
Because if you look
I mean, the clouds are pretty dark.
If you look at the standing sheet, it has a dark cloud, which means it has to be rain at some point in this race.
I just asked some drivers, they said no, so it might be just a little confusion there.
Might be. But do you know something interesting? Ron Swanson and Greenhorn gambling and going for the soft tyres. On lap number 5.
They might think there's another safety car, which is completely not out of the question.
We've got Adam in the chat saying, can hards even get to the end?
I don't know.
Well, saying this track is quite healthy on tyre wear, I would say the chances are very low. Because you probably could, but you have no tyre wear, and I think you would definitely be in puncture territory. I think there's no way you can make it to the end on the hards. I think it's too risky from lap 5 to lap, what, 25?
The softs more or less. Speaking about strategy, going back into strategy,
Yeah.
I honestly think this race might be a medium soft compared to the usual tracks where it is medium hard, like you said. This track is not very tire wear, very heavy on that tire wear. So I think, especially for Hoop and the top 6 right here on the mediums, I think they were initially planning for that. Oh shoot! Hello?
And I think Fetcher has ran away somewhere. No ideas why, so apologies about that one. So yeah, battle strategies, as he was talking about, you're probably looking at medium to hards, hards to mediums. Potential soft strategy could work, but they're going to need another safety car for that to adapt and work on. But yeah, we will find out, Adam, because I'm not too sure if they can make it to the end. On this year's game, I would say no, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. So we'll just find out. Say lap 17, we'll have a look at tyres, and we'll just go from there. And I believe Fetcher is back. Hang on.
The strategy, the ID strategy would be medium soft, as softs can make it pretty far. 10 laps, that's pretty good for softs. Hards, like you said, yeah, it might be a bit of a stretch for Hoopalicious. If there is a safety car, I think it would hurt him more than benefit him, but he would not get into that puncture territory. He might just pit for a new set of tires, but he can get it. He can, if he manages to stick in this DRS train, I think I think it would be more of a reward than a risk. It is very much risk reward heavy.
It is, because one thing that some drivers will get a bit lost about, a bit miffed about, is obviously, like you said, you just sit in a DRS train, you've got the fresher tyres, there's no need to push so hard, if you know what I mean. But some drivers like to go for that gamble, they like to go for the risk, they'll dive, whatnot, go for crazy manoeuvres. But if you get the slightly wing damage, body damage, rear wing damage, your race is over. On a track like this, trying to get around the corners quickly, it's over.
Yeah, we already have two people that died, especially in that turn 3. But we'll have to wait and see. Here we are. Richard Tantrum is going to be leading the pack for this safety car restart after passing Hoopalicious. Can he retain that lead from Ferrari debutant Cloud? He's going to be leaving very, very early.
Oh,
very early.
Back of him.
Does not catch. Oh, yeah. Cloud
was
does
saying
get
that.
caught off.
Going offline is Cloud, because look at Boskaki down the around the outside, sorry. And, or inside, shall I say. Oh, Cloud getting a bit squiggly out of there, but maintaining P2 for now. And Boskaki retaining P3. And Alphanesis already up to P6. There's a Mercedes off the track. There's more yellow flags. What's going on? Cam's round. It's all going on now. Oh, okay. So I think Ron's race is done and dusted. He's got no front wing.
Oh, no.
That's not ideal. P18 for Alpine.
Yep. Zach also having some no front wing damage for Zach, sorry, but he let a lot of people by there. I'm not sure what happened. Hoopalicious also lost a couple positions there from the Mercedes and Skither.
Here he goes though.
Hoopalicious.
P8.
Yep. Little bit of contact, but gets the move done. He's gonna need a lot of luck if he wants to stay in that DRS from the top train.
Now here's an interesting battle: Alphanesis and Chandler. Look at this. Chandler trying to get around the Mercedes, but Alphanesis going quite aggressive with those tyres so far. and battery is on the run down to turn number 1. Looks like the Red Bull has lower wings as they activate their battery to defend from the mighty Scuderia Ferrari. But so far, no swaps happening just yet.
Yeah, of course, Richard Tantrum pulling off a very hefty lead from Cloud in that Ferrari. It's bigger than Hoop did, I think. So Richard very, very confident into this race, and I think he is definitely working with his teammate. He wanted Cookie to get that P2. Oh, as I say about Cookie, he gets passed by Human. A little bit of a mistake there from Cookie. Human capitalizes and is under pressure from Chandler Seda as well.
That was bold. That was brave from Darth there. I don't know if you saw that on the replay of the stream, but he made that move at turn 10 and slightly, ever so slightly, got pushed into the wall. But it wasn't one of those things when he gets tapped by the wall. He was like inches away from touching that wall. But it was close. But Darth went for the gap, he saw it, and there you go. P3 for the Mercedes at the moment. So Boss Cookie not having a great race here so far. Because here comes Chandler in the Red Bull now. And the Ferrari trying to make a move.
Yeah, Chandler needs to make this move. He does not want Alphanesis to try and capitalize on him losing. Oh, as I say that, Cookie down the inside, defending his position. I don't think he'll be able to defend it enough into this corner as he's losing ground to Human. DRS is now enabled. He's defending. He has the inside line. What will Alphanesis do?
Here we go.
Down the outside.
Red Bull's through. Oh, is the Mercedes going to get through as well? Almost, but gets... Oh, it was close. But look at Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious now involved in this.
Yeah, capitalizing on that 4-car battle. Cookie very much struggling. Chandler is already pulling from him. I'm not sure if his tires are losing down. And Cookie hits the curb. He's out of the almost out of the points paying positions here. He was fighting for second at the safety car restart, and he's made a couple mistakes, and that is his top 5 finished almost over. Skither almost making the move on Alphanesis. Alphanesis is struggling as well.
Has he got damage? I wonder if he's got damage.
Who?
Was he just really struggling on those tyres? Because they're only 8 laps old. So he shouldn't really be struggling on those hard tyres. He has gone a bit wide there though, so he must have damage of some sort. Because look at Skither.
Yep, Skither.
He's through. So Alphanesis may have a bit of minor major front wing, which isn't ideal for him. Because like I said, damage on this track, you don't want it. Trust me. I've been there, done that, got the medal, got the trophy. It's the worst thing you could possibly have. But look at this lovely DRS train forming. P1 all the way down to P11. How crazy is that?
Yeah, Chandler is almost out of that DRS. He does not want that. Once you're out of DRS, it's game over. I think that would be position done. So he still has a lot of pressure on him in order to... Well, honestly, he's doing very well considering where he started. He might even get... Well, I don't know if he might get a podium position. All he needs to do is keep his nose clean and the result will come to him. Hopalicious also... I'm not sure if that risk is paid off yet. In P6 right now, he might be able to capitalize in the end of the race. He might need a little bit of teamwork from his Red Bull teammate there.
I don't know. Hoopalicious might be going for a one-stop. That's yellow flags as someone has bailed and has crashed.
No.
That is now Greenhorn who's crashed at the exit at turn 13. No idea what's happened there. Probably a back-end loss or contact.
Yeah, you know, this does help the front medium runners. I honestly think the hards are definitely able to make it to the end of the race so far. So Hoop has definitely got some work to do. I'm assuming the top 4 would be pitting in Richard, Cloud, Cumin, and Chandler as they are on the mediums. They can easily go on the hards to the end of the race. Roman might be struggling a bit. Oh, Roman and Hoop might be a little bit of a pickle here.
Hoopalicious and Roman, they boxed on lap number 2 or 1. But they're coming in.
Yep.
They are in.
Hoop also in the pits.
Jesus, okay. Everyone's in then. So we're going to be having a busy pit lane. Who's going to get held up?
Yeah.
Delete switch. Could the lead potentially switch?
I think the two Mercedes hold each other. The the Mercedes are holding the Ferraris. Alpha
Oh
Niesis.
He's
Alpha
tumbling down
Niesis
the
is gonna get
order.
out so much. What is going on? Busy pit lane. Did you manage to catch that, Flynn?
I did, and that was absolutely shocking, may I say. After all the hard work he did, it comes undone once again. And now he's got a lot of work to do and try and do it once again.
Who? The Ferraris or the Red Bull?
The Ferraris.
Yeah.
And you could say the Red,
Yeah,
Bull,
for
the
sure.
Red
And
Bulls as well. Because Hublich is down in P11 out of the points. And yeah.
yeah.
Not a good day for Williams as
The
well. Double DNF.
Yeah. Bailey crashed into turn 3 in Greenhorn in that 180 kind of hairpin.
So not all as well.
Hubalicious. Yeah, Hubalicious leading the race, having to make 2 pit stops. The medium should comfortably be able to make the race. So will the hard. So it's just a matter of, can the medium runners pass the hard runners in time for their tires to lose grip and therefore lose time, or can the hard runners stay within the medium runners once they pass them, or can they try and keep them behind?
Well, to be honest, we'll have to find that one out. But what's interesting is Phantom. He's got my eye a bit. He's P1 at the moment. Of course.
Yeah.
The only one not to box. 7 lap hards, but he's already boxed. So, what kind of strategy is he going for? Is he going to hope that he can make it to the end of this race? Is he hoping for rain, maybe? Or is he just going to box and then do a John Watt man, start cooking, and make his way through the field flying?
Yeah, I honestly think it's just a risk for Phantom. He wants to stay out. Did you catch the Red Bulls trying to give him slipstream in Q1, sorry.
I believe so. I saw that. But yeah.
Yeah, he might be wanting to pay them a favor and just hold everyone back, kind of let the Red Bulls through and see what he can do to help them, maybe.
They are sister teams of Red Bull. And if you remember back in, I think it was 2021 or 2022, when Gasly was back at when Gasly was at AlphaTauri, and then it was 2021 at Qatar, and Gasly just let Verstappen free because he got told it wasn't his race, and obviously they're sister teams, so just help each other out. So like I said,
you could find
could be parking the bus here to help Policious and Chartler out.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I don't think that would be a problem for the top 4. The top 3, Richard, Tantrum, Cumin, and Cloud. But once we start getting into the bottom phases of the top 10, such as 7th in Roman and Alphanesis, Supply, and Cookie, that's definitely where things might be dirty. Especially they're fighting with the Red Bulls.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Gets a bit spicy and whatnot. And someone in the chat called Pedro asking me and you, what team are we guys voting on?
What do you say, Flynn?
I don't know. I mean, if you really want to know, Mercedes have caught my eye today. They're flying out there. They are flying, but they've got a lot of work to do. Well, Roman has got a lot of work to do. Because they did a good job. Well, maybe a good job for them, but not a great job by Ferrari. Double stack and getting held up by the Mercedes wasn't ideal. So that does help them out a bit. But yeah, not ideal. What about you?
Honestly, I think Richard Tantrum really wants that win. He's been fighting for those top spots for quite a while. He's definitely want to get past Phantom as soon as he can, considering Cumin is a very, very feisty driver behind him, and that debutant Cloud. He does not want to get beat by a first-time front-running driver. Here we go. Phantom is going to go. Richard Tantrum, after getting a little bit of pressure from Cumin, stays in second place. What about the bottom positions here?
Oh, a massive lunge from
Venom's...
Scoother there.
Yeah.
Wow. Up to P4 he goes. There's yellow flags again. That's going to be McLaren round. That's Cam. P17 for him so far. What a dive there for the Alfa Romeo. And saying that, he's now in P3. He's gotten by Richard.
Oh, what is happening? What happened to Richard?
No idea, but Richard's now going backwards instead of forwards, it seems.
Yep. Human is eager to pass Phantom. Phantom is dropping like a block. Oh,
Look at...
down the inside. Skither! Out of nowhere, Skither! Capitalizing. Phantom is getting... is drowning. Richard Tantrum has already fought. Richard is going to be eager to get his lead back. And Skither out of nowhere from P4 to P2. He wants to get this win in Alfa Romeo. I don't care what you say. Slower car, who cares? He wants to get that win.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
right
Phantom
now,
is drowning.
turn 13, I did not expect him to pull off that move. That was somewhat impressive. But as you said, Phantom tumbling down the order, and Roman now to P5. He is making his way through. And look at this. Somehow, China's gone backwards, and Hupalicious is going forwards. Up to P6 he goes. Mega start from him.
Yeah, the two AlphaTauris are closing in together. Both of them inside the points. Chandler definitely needs to pick up the pace if he wants to follow his teammate through. Hupalicious on the mediums. We're going to keep an eye out for him. We're going to see a lot of battles in the front. He might be able to capitalize on those. I'm just looking at Skither right now. Mediums, he might be able to chase down Cumin. There's a yellow flag. Hopefully not another safety car.
It was just someone spun around. It's going to be Phantom. Oh, Phantom.
Ooh.
P17 for him now. I did see he was round backwards on the track.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So it is what it is.
You know what? He had a run.
What is
he led for Phantom led for a sector.
Yeah.
That's happy. You know, I think he's happy for that.
But what's going on here? Where's Skimmer coming from? Just on that restart, I did not expect that from him.
Honestly, give Skither any car, he will fight for that win. You saw, well, yes, the other week, he was in an Alpine fighting for the win, and he almost got that win. I think he got a podium from it too, or maybe. Now in the Alfa Romeo, a slower car, and he's still battling for the win on medium. So as long as he keeps those mediums fresh, he can challenge the human, and that's what he's doing right now.
No, he's not staying behind for now.
Yeah, giving him a little bit of pressure.
He's getting pressured by Richard behind now. He'll use that battery.
Yep.
Look at that, he's coming. He wants that lead, and there you go. He takes the lead for now. Richard, though, capitalizing on that. He's also making the move on Q-Man, and he does.
Yeah, Q-Man could do nothing there from that train. Chandler stayed up past Moo as well. You kind of expected that to happen. Skither in P1, Richard P2, Q-Man P3, losing 2 positions in one straight.
Yeah,
Cloud has also been very, very quiet in this race so far. He's in that DRS train though, still though.
He's been very consistent as well, I must say.
Yeah.
But look at this. Hupalicious on the Macaron man, P6 now. Trying to contend for P5. Could it happen? Could he come out with a victory today? We'll find out. We will find out.
Yeah, if you told me at the start of this season an Alfa Romeo would be battling maybe even up to a Red Bull for the race win, I would tell you you're lying right now. Hupalicious on the mediums, the fastest car on the grid, arguably one of the fastest drivers in the tier along with Skither. I don't think Hoop is happy that one of his rivals is leading the race in a slower car. He's going to be eager to get that first place position.
Very close.
Those bragging rights.
1 to 3 now, I must say. Oh my days, there's a massive slide there for Richard as he's trying to get the power down. And potentially might challenge to make a move. And here you go then. So off goes by Richard, and then Cloud. Oh, he's trying to put a challenge on Darth as well. Darth may lose out to this one as 2. And he slightly does from the Ferrari. Cloud up G3. Making his debut in the Ferrari. It's going well for him. So Ron's wants to
fighting for that podium
penalty as well. Not ideal.
Yeah,
not good for Hoop though. Stuck in the DRS train at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers have very, very low ERS, except for Skither, surprisingly. Excuse me, he is losing a bit of pace to Richard, as you see here. So the drivers behind him are going to be eager to try and pass him and challenge Richard.
Oh, I heard contact. I don't know if it was him smacking the wall. But here comes the Ferrari now, Cloud. Could he contend for P1 today? Potentially. He's been quite quick today in that car, looking to try and get around the Alfa Romeo, but doesn't for now.
Yeah, Cloud used a lot of ERS there and didn't get the move done. He's almost in the red right now compared to Skither's 60%. Skither might get that lunge. Oh, no. Cloud down the inside.
Doesn't get it done.
Very, very eager. Almost tripped off Skither. Skither was probably lining up a move down into turn 1, which he will probably do.
Man. Into turn 1 we go. Trying, but not successful. Oh, gets a massive snap there. And his teammate right behind him will just back off. Look at this. Hoopalicious. Through he goes.
Oh,
the P5 now.
Move. It was tidy. It was calculated. Great move from Hoopalicious. He's again got Roman in his eyesight. Cuman first to sink. Not great for him.
Yeah, it's going well. Look at this, the Alfa Romeo all over the back of the Aston Martin.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time till those mediums might lose pace compared to those hards. The hard runners are doing really well considering their pace dropout in this track so far.
Yeah, very well. I'm quite impressed. But here goes Alphanesis.
Here we go.
He gets by Q-Man up to P6, and he's right behind Hoopalicious.
Skither might be lining up a move for Richard.
Could P6 to P5 get a bit spicy?
Yeah, Skither makes the move. Down early, he does know that the DRS...
Yeah. I thought he would have stayed behind because now he's gotten by.
Yeah.
He'll drain the battery, but then the Aston Martin will have DRS will just fly by again.
You know what? You know what? That's very smart for Skither, considering Richard did waste some of his ERS in order to overtake him back, and Skither wasted none.
And I believe Hoopalicious got around Rayman there as well. So
great comeback from Hoopalicious.
It is the Ferrari starting to compromise on that and trying to push a little bit more, but not too hard so they don't spin. And I think Charlton's just waiting for drama to happen.
Yeah, the hard runners, honestly, Cloud and Richard have held up their own. The hard runners of Cuman and Chandler have not really, and especially, oh, that's a retirement in PSR Sky. The hard runners in Cloud, oh wow. Where did he crash?
Oh, I'm gonna say turn number 12 to 13. As he almost Cam almost collected him there. I got that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a bit scary.
What a Mick Schumacher there.
But no, that's a double retirement for Haas as well. Now, what a strategy is going to be now? This is where it gets all interesting. Not many more laps remaining. Alfa Romeo in a very good spot at the moment.
Anyone could pit for softs at this rate. I'm not sure if that will benefit them enough. We'll just have to wait and see. Will Richard dive into the pit lane? Yes, he does. Well, I think this will be a repeat of the last pit lane.
Gonna have a quick look.
Yeah, everyone into the pits.
Now, is anyone gonna get held up? Getting my eyes on Ferrari. Ferrari getting held up by Mercedes again.
Yep, and Red Bull getting held up by Ferrari.
It's happening once again. Not what you want to see tonight. Cloud's back to P4, Richard's still P2, Rayman P3, Hoopalicious P6. Oh, his hard work all undone once again. Alphanesis P9, Chandler P11, and Boskowski P10. It's all going on once
Chandler
again.
P11.
Oh no.
Chandler's had to make up so much ground. And Cloud in the mediums! Cloud on the medium tires!
Interesting strategy.
Interesting strategy there. I don't know if the mediums can hold up the softs. And we saw how much the likes of Q-Men and Cookie were drowning when they did not have the pace compared to the rest of the field. It might be the same for Cloud.
It could indeed well be. I wonder if we could see an Alfa Romeo take the win today.
It's definitely not out of the question. He has been fighting for that win, and very strategically and very smart there.
I cannot disagree anymore. Mega race from him so far. I'd love to see him on the podium, especially take the win in the slowest car. Can you imagine? Less power, worse performance, and yeah, sorry, I'll take P1 today, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, you know, it's just another casual Thursday for Skither.
Rightio.
Tell you what though, Richard has been holding his own. Richard has been fighting for that win throughout the whole race, throughout this whole 19 laps. Honestly, this either him or Richard, if Skither or Richard win, they both deserve it very much.
100%. Could not disagree anymore. We could see a very spicy battle about to commence.
I think this might be the last lap where the drivers are under safety car. Ron Swanson pits again. It's been a very, very unfortunate race for Ron Swanson down into P16. Honestly, it's not been a very great season for him as a whole, barely getting into the points in any of the races. A few drivers also have been not very much mentioned in this Grand Prix. Phantom, the star of this race. Ferrari Nut, Supply Raptor, Cookie as well, you could say. Cookie has also been, he hasn't been really much fighting at the front compared to his teammate Richard.
Indeed, that is very, very true.
Considering he did outqualify him with the help of Richard's DRS.
Well, no, I think the only things I hate about safety cars is waiting for the race to come back and be alive. That's all I'm waiting for now.
What was that?
You're like, you know, when you're like sitting and you're excited, it gets a bit boring time to time because you're just waiting for the safety car to just return to the pit lane and then get racing once again.
Yeah, someone in the chat did say safety cars with the side of racing, which honestly we can't disagree with. The racing's been great, but the safety cars are definitely hindering it a lot. Richard Tantrum is going to lead once again for the second time this race. He's going to be leading the safety car restart, this time with Skizzer behind him. 2 out of the 3, well, in both safety cars, we did see second place being pressured by third place. In one of those occasions, third place did be able to pass him. Will Sanchez try a different sort of safety car restart? No, I don't think so. Butching up the pack. Actually, no. Getting off earlier.
Wow.
Skither gets a bit caught off guard there. Getting pressured by Roman. Will Roman go for the move? He's going to try and go around the outside.
He'll be able to defend
Skither's
this.
defending. Oh, a bit of contact between the two.
Yeah, Skipper's got it.
Oh,
through. He should be.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
Right, Skipper's got to get his
Bit
head
of
down
position
now and try and
switches.
just
Oh,
push.
yep. Alphanesis gets a bit caught off guard there in that turn 3. Wants Cookie capitalizing. Oh no!
It's happening
Cookie again. Getting caught off guard by that curb. Getting passed by Supply and possibly Skither's teammate Ferrari Nut. Boss Cookie settles into P12! Down the inside! Goes Boss Cookie on Supply. We did not expect that move. Supply did not expect that move. But he gets the move done. A bit ambitious from him, though. Let's look into the top. Richard Tantrum, 1 second gap with Skither. Any position changes. Moo Moo Milk battling with the Mercedes of Roman. Roman gets the move done. Moo Moo Milk into AlphaTauri in 6th place.
What's going on here? And look at this. Zach is capitalizing, trying to make a move for P6. It might be even 3 or 4 wide here. What's going on?
Human as well.
Oh, very close to the wall there. Very close.
Here we go. Cumin is going to capitalize from these two. Moo might lose 2 positions here. Zach might even be able to pass. No, he won't. Oh!
Contact there, and that's really helped out the Mercedes crew there. And through will go Q-Man, or will he? No. Gonna keep his nose
side
in
by
though.
side, you can turn.
Oh.
Yeah. Cumin did have to lead there.
Look at Alpanesis.
Sorry, let him go. Yeah, so far, Skither has been able to catch up Richard. Richard was almost 1 second ahead of Skither there. He wants that win. He doesn't want Skither to get that DRS. And Cloud as well. Cloud on those medium tires has been holding up his ground. Hoopalicious.
Hoopalicious is coming. He's coming slowly.
Oh, you're right. He was in P6, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Alphanesis now gaining to P7, making a move up on Moo Moo Milk there. Now let's try and get behind Zach in the Alpine.
Yep, 3 laps left. Anything can go down still. Everyone is within 20 seconds of each other, roughly. Chandler gets past Human there. Might get past Moo Moo Milk, going down the inside into the last corner. Drifts a bit. He won't get the DRS this lap, but he definitely will get the slipstream. Moo Moo Milk in the sister team battling it out, but he can't battle this one out as the Red Bull straight line speed has no match for the AlphaTauri. Chandler into P9.
Dun, 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 dun. Not much happening, but the spicy content is ahead of us right now. 7/10 is the gap to P1 and P2 now. And here we go. DRS after the exit of turn 13. Are you ready? Because Feta is about to get crazy. It's about to get spicy.
Definitely ready to see.
Oh, here we go.
Hoopalicious has not had that DRS from Cloud ahead. He's struggling to get that pace in. These top 3 have definitely been the most consistent out of the whole grid, not keeping an inch to the rest of the grid behind. Here we go. Richard, getting a little bit of a left tap from the wall there, losing positions. Skither might be able to capitalize this or next straight. Skither is not going to use the DRS this lap. His ERS this lap.
He's learned from last time. He stayed behind now. He stayed behind the Aston Martin on that straight. Lap 24. Gets a bit wobbly though on exit. And here's Cloud. Here's Skither. Okay, he's going for the move. And Cloud is going to follow.
Cloud as well!
He might be risky here, trying to go for the ins.
Cloud was definitely thinking about it. He wanted that double place.
In this. Oh, Richard!
Yeah, that is contact between Richard and Cloud. Cloud pushing him off. Oh, Hoopalicious!
That's a retirement. That won't be a safety car. That's it. That's done now.
No, it is too late. Yeah.
That's Q-Man out.
Skither going wide. Hoopalicious might get a grab from P2, possibly P1 if he has that pace against the Alfa Romeo. It's all to play for here. Skither 14% ERS, Hoop 40%. Hoop about 2/10 behind Richard. They're not going to give each other an inch. Both of them have crashed into the wall multiple times. That's how you know they're pushing each other to the max.
Roman trying to get by now. So is Chandler trying to make an optic move now to P6. He goes. Now, if there's spicy content, Chandler could get a good position here, but he goes off the track and comes back on again. And then I think Zach might get through on him again, but he's still behind. Let's see
Who
what happens.
might make the move on Richard?
Oh, it's going to get spicy now.
Into P2. Decides to let it by. I think he might want to do what Cloud did.
Right, the Alfa Romeo
Cloud
needs to
tried
go now. And I think the Alfa Romeo is just far enough ahead. And I think he is. The Alfa Romeo is going to be far enough. But here comes the Red Bull. And he might try.
Down the inside.
Oh, and there's contact again.
Oh.
The Alfa. Who
No!
around?
Who Delicious is around?
Oh,
Who
no.
Delicious, after battling it out, comeback after comeback, after he pitted in that initial pit stop phase with the safety car, tried to come back, got hindered by the pit stops, battling for the lead, spun in the last lap, and is down into P8.
But
behind his teammate Chandler.
Now. It could be a drag race to the end of this race now. Could be a drag race between the top two.
Yep, Skinner is still under pressure by Richard here. Richard might want to get the move done in these next few straights. I'm not sure what happened to Cloud there. He is behind Roman. Just a tantrum, patiently waiting. I think he might want to make the move this straight. Overtaking enabled for both of them.
Here goes Roman as well.
Yeah, Roman behind them as well. Skinner has nothing to defend him with other than his ERS, defending the inside to his might. Richard
and he's going to get
the
DRS
outside.
It's
going to be a drag race to the finish. A bit of slip and slidey for Richard there. Skinner is going to win in an Alfa Romeo. Incredible stuff. Richard settles home in P2.
Wow.
Roman, a very, very silent P3. Cloud, very hard fought P4. Chandler, very, it's a comeback. P5. Great stuff for him. Alphanesis as well. P5.
Damn. That was crazy. And Phantom got points.
Phantom got points.
Apparently, according to Minico, Phantom
No
got
way.
points. That's absolutely amazing.
No way. You know what happened, right? During quali, one of his goals was to get into Q2, and he didn't make that. So I changed the goal last minute to do 1 point finish, and he got that. Oh man.
But no, that final lap or two was absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Bad day for Red Bull though. And technically not for Ferrari. Ferrari did well.
Solid day.
But Red Bull not having the greatest day. But no. Alfa Romeo on top. Boskaki not going well for him, but Richard P2. Gutted he couldn't go for P1, but it is what it is. Capitalise. Roman gaining 3 positions for Mercedes and gets a P3 podium. So
yeah,
there we go.
Roman very quiet there, but capitalizing. I mean, capitalizing on everything. He got a bit unlucky. I think with not unlucky. I think he just got overtaken a bit, but capitalized from all these crashes.
Yeah, he did, and that was a mega job. But no, we lost 15 drivers today. So that was quite intense. I think the stewards might be slightly busy tonight or tomorrow. We'll have to find out on that one.
Yeah. How many retirements were there?
I think there was 15, I believe, or 16, something like that. But no, it was
15?
crazy near the end. Like people going left, right, and centre, trying to gain positions, hungry for points, and it all just unfolded, and it didn't go well for some drivers.
Yeah, loading into the... Did you get the results?
No, but I can probably get
I
off
don't
the
think...
stream.
Yeah, but I think that is it for both of us, Flynn.
Yeah, it is. What's the next round? Out of curiosity, what is the next one? Let's have a
I
look.
think it's Spain. I think
Oh,
Spain.
that's a nice track, and of course we know that the final chicane for Spain has been taken out. Now it's just a massive flat-out right-hander, not a flat-out right-hander, but you know, a nice right-hander where you lift it a little bit and coast. And yeah, that'll be a mega track to spectate and commentate on. But no, Feta, it's
Yeah.
been awesome having you today. I'm guessing
Yeah. Thank you.
you'll be back next week.
Yeah, I might be a bit late as well, though.
Nah, that's all good.
Sadly.
That's not a problem. I can do qualifying on my own and hope it's intense. And then we'll get you back in the comms booth because you coming in the comms booth just creates amazing content and, you know, just craziness like this. If I was on my own, my voice box would have been dead. So I'm glad the two of us were there
Yeah.
for like 24 to 25. So that was absolutely crazy. But no, guys, that's all for today. From myself, Mr. Flynn, I am off and done and dusted. And Feta, anything else you'd like to add or say for now?
Definitely tune in tomorrow for Tier 3 and the next day, Saturday, for Tier 1 and Tier 2.
Yes, indeed, guys. Make sure to tune in for those tiers. I, as always, am doing tier 1 for commentating, so make sure to tune in for that one. And we'll see how round number 2 goes. But, guys, you've been awesome. Take care. I will see you in the next one. Bye.